Hello viewers, Craig here from FishStakes, and I am playing I Am Fish, which has recently came out on Xbox Game Pass. It's a very fun sort of platform, maybe puzzles style game where you're rolling a fish around in a bowl, and there are collectibles on it, which is what you're here for most likely. They are pieces of bread which are scattered about the levels. I believe there's 5 pieces of bread on each level, but I haven't finished the game yet, so I'm working on it. And I'm going to show you the 5 pieces of bread on the first level. So the first one I've actually already collected, but it is just by that lamp below the table. So if you follow my path here, you'll roll through it and you'll collect it. It's just above you there. But you don't have to sort of go up and into it. It will just trigger when you roll below it. That's the first one, get you off the bat. And I think if that's the first piece of bread you pick up, that will get you an achievement. I do believe there are 5 pieces of bread on this level to find, and you can't get them all in one run through because there's multiple paths that you can take. So I believe I get 3 on my first run through with this level, and then I play and get another one, and then I play again and get the final one. When I was trying to reload checkpoints to try and take different paths, the bread was respawning back in place that I'd already collected, so I finished the level after each run, so to speak, to make sure it triggered. So I wouldn't want to lose progress. So this is the path I'm taking so far. From what I've learnt so far on the game, just have to be careful colliding with things too heavy. You can move the stick around to move faster while you're rolling along these cables, but I tend to ease off when I'm getting near the end and maybe pull back a little bit. Just softens the landing, because I have a few times been a bit ambitious and gone full force and just hit something the other side and broke. I had to respawn. So hopefully you're just following this path along to get to, I believe this is the second bit of bread that I collect. So it's not too bad. As I said, just don't be too ambitious on these rolls. Like when you come to this corner here, you want to slow down, otherwise you can overshoot it and just fly off a little bit. But there are things that you can keep an eye out for to land safe on, like this flower bed here. They'll soften your blow, and you can see the piece of bread there. I made a mess of it, went straight off the edge, but I just got a checkpoint so I can respawn here. Carefully off the ledge here, it might take a few tries, and then I can go and get this one. The goal on this level is ultimately to get to the sea, which is just in sight, and we're getting closer. Made a mess of that again, so I'm just respawning here. So there is one last one that you can get on this run, which is actually on the road, and you can see the cars flying past there, so you have to dodge them and get one on the road, which is just down to the left. As I said, if you follow this path, you should get yourself a few achievements. One for the first piece of bread, probably one for completing the first level. And if you get all 5, I think there's an achievement for getting all 5 pieces of bread on a level as well. So as I said, just follow the path that I'm taking, take it easy. Those yellow shell things are checkpoints, so if you go under them, that will give you a checkpoint, so you can sort of save your progress, and if you smash your fish bowl, you can just respawn back on them. It's easy. As you can see there, I have a slightly smashed fish bowl, so and I've just respawned, so it's brand new. Right, easy off this ledge because you will fly off into the road, so you have to keep an eye out both ways for traffic, because you can just fly off into the road and get hit by a car. You can see the piece of bread there over on the left. But thankfully the cars stay in very sort of precise lanes, so you can go underneath a car. You just don't want to get hit by the wheels. As you can see there, it went under it perfectly fine. This piece of bread I believe is in between the paths for both cars, so you can't get hit while you're at that piece of bread. You just need to watch the cars coming back. And as I said earlier, I'm just going to finish the level after each piece of bread that I get. Or well, those 3 and then the next following 2, because I think, as far as I'm aware, whenever I've tried to respawn checkpoints to go back before finishing the level, it hasn't counted the piece of bread for me. So here we are back at the start of the level. I've just got out the window. and then I'm going to work on finding the fourth piece of bread, which is on an alternate path, and then there's one more final alternate path for bread number 5.
I haven't gone for petrol in days. What if another one blows up? I want to check out some, so it was a freak out.
So this time we will be taking this path on the right. Just got the checkpoint there. This is sort of the path for both the final collectible pieces of bread on this level. One is along this cable and one is under that cable. So where that yellow shell is there on the screen, I think it's a shell. Looks a bit like a shell, looks a bit like a fan. I'd imagine being I am fish, but it's a shell. Anyway, roll down this cable. And I also make a mess of it here, and I think I have to respawn. Yep, there I did. Carefully come around here, much more carefully than what I did. So you just want to follow the path I'm taking. It's all fairly straightforward. It's sort of literally on rails in a way. With these like fixed cables in place, they guide you. Just fighting to get off this patch of flowers here. Don't want to be too ambitious and roll off. Right, this piece of bread is another one that I've already found, but if you follow this cable down where it joins up to a second one, so it becomes like a path, it is along that. So if you follow the route I'm taking now, you'll get it. It is right about here, right there. And then once you've got that, you can just, as I said, you're right by the road, so you just want to take it easy, get down to the ocean and go for it. Once you finish that, load it up again. We're back here, back at the start, just out the window, and we're going to go over to the right for that final path to get the last piece of bread on this level. Here we go, rolling our little fishbowl.
I haven't gone for petrol in days. What if another one blows up?
By the way, if you're following this and this guide has been of any use at all, please do give us a like and give me a comment. I said I'm hoping to upload a video for all the levels on this game, so bear with me. Hopefully I'll get that out as soon as I can. And if you like our stuff, go check out the channel and see what other videos maybe if you're liking, and if you like us a lot, subscribe, very much appreciated. So hopefully you're following the path down here. There's the checkpoint that I mentioned earlier. Get that, and we are almost there. This one's a bit out the way compared to some of the others. You have to sort of really go around the outskirts of the level. But you can see it on screen there, just above the road. So we're going to roll down these cables here, and we're going to fall off onto this next two, and that should take us into the path of them. Then it's a fairly straightforward path after this, straight down to the ocean again, across the road, and just get yourself rolled into the ocean, and that will be the end of the level. Should get the achievement for collecting all 5 pieces of bread on any level, and yes, so just get to the end safely, and that should be the 5 of them sorted for you. Thank you very much for watching, stay tuned. I've been Craig, you've been excellent, cheers.